Hi, everyone. It's Andrew from the Market Mindset. Today, we're going to be speaking with Caleb Stroup, who's the president and CEO of Headwater Gold. We've spoken to him before. This is a great exploration company that has the backing of Newmont on 4 of their projects. They've got a whole portfolio of projects in the Western U.S., 3 states to be specific. And we wanted to get a bit of a catch up here because they had some good results that came out. So let's talk to Caleb, find out what his thoughts are and what the market thinks, and we'll look back to having any questions from you. So, Caleb, it's great to speak to you again. Great results, great news release. Why don't you walk me through the headline of it and let us know what's happening as of today?
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. It's good to be back. So yeah, we've just put out the final batches of assay results from our Spring Peak project. This was the biggest program of a very busy year across the portfolio last year, but about half of our drilling, 8,500 meters or so, went straight to Spring Peak. The remaining 8,500 meters was distributed around 3 other projects. We probably don't have time to get into all that today, but with respect to Spring Peak, this was sort of the December drill results. We drilled all the way through December and now have the full program including some of the better intersections to date. 2 holes that were announced in this release are roughly 40 meters of between 1.5 grams and 2 grams per ton gold. And within there's a nice higher grade portion as well, depending on how you cut the composites, somewhere between 10 and 12 grams at 4.5 to 5 grams, or even tighter intervals of 3 to 4 meters, grading 9, 10 grams. So that's exactly what we were looking for in this zone. And the other thing is that those holes are open up dip, and the drill pattern in general is open in all directions. We've encountered high grade mineralization, basically down to 350 meters over a strike extent of about 400 meters, which is our current drill pattern in the main disco target zone.
Okay, so one of the things that we always like is whenever a thesis gets proven right, or is moving towards being proven right. And this is great because this is a follow-up from a maiden discovery last year where you put 20 holes in and drew the attention from Newmont. So to kind of tie it all together, what are this last batch of holes? Where does that place us right now?
Yeah, so that's a very important point here, is that this is a brand new discovery. And this is a discovery we made last year with a relatively small program. 4 drill holes last year on 1 section of drilling is when we discovered this, what we call the disco zone now. And the main goals of this program were to come in and follow up on those 4 holes and drill 20-something more holes, demonstrating that this thing holds together a long strike and down dip. And so from that perspective, this has been an absolute success. We've hit that target zone basically with every drill hole and understand the geology a lot better now, and are now beginning to incrementally step off, including taking some larger steps, looking for more property scale, district scale potential out here.
And this is an epithermal system as well that you guys were kind of hitting on. And once again, it's your thesis being proven up, and you've got more data now, and you'll be analyzing that to kind of center into where those veins might be leading towards.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's still very early days out here. I mean, on the project to date, there's been 40 drill holes. So
Yeah.
we're learning things still with every hole, and our targeting is getting more and more precise, and our hit rate is going up. So that's all you can really ask for in a project like this.
And also, which is great, is that because this is like a Newmont partnered one. It's hard to ask for a comment of a separate company, but I imagine they're probably pretty happy with the results so far as well.
Yeah, I mean, from our perspective, our interactions with them have been quite positive. We've just gotten these results in, so we're now working through the whole budget scoping planning program for next year, which is ticking right along. I don't have anything concrete to talk about quite yet, but in the coming weeks, that'll all emerge. And we're looking, we're gearing up and preparing for another busy year out there for sure.
I mean, as you're saying, PDAC is coming up, so that is a very, very busy time where everyone will be there and wheeling and dealing and whatnot. So I'm sure that you'll get a chance to speak to them about this plan as well. But you're also sitting on cash right now as well, because we're focused on the 1 drill results, but you have a pretty huge portfolio in 3 states.
Yeah, so we're in great position financially right now. I mean, we've got about $3 million in the bank. We had this very, very busy year of drilling, but the majority of that was funded by our Newmont earning agreements, and we collected a management fee on top of that as well. So I think that, especially in light of the market over the last 12 to 18 months, our strategy of a hybrid business model where we partner projects to get work done funded by a major mining company partner, while at the same time advancing our 100% owned assets, has proven to be an excellent business model for the market that we're in.
And it is so handy because we were speaking a little bit earlier, and it's kind of common knowledge. A lot of mining companies are going to be challenged if this market kind of continues, and having to refinance or put in equity in private placements. Once again, you guys are sitting in a great situation, having partnered so early with such a big company.
Yeah, I mean, that's all part of the sort of master strategic vision for Headwater. Is we built the company understanding that, this market is cyclical. It takes, some time to make reasonable, or to have a reasonable chance at making a significant discovery. So you need to build a company. If that's your objective, you need to build a company that can operate on, the appropriate timelines. And this, I think, has proven to be a successful business model for us.
Well, it's always exciting to see like an end to a drilling season come off with great final results, especially when it's proving the thesis as well. I mean, it's nice if you get a random hit and it's like, hey, we didn't expect that. And it's a win. But it's even sweeter whenever it's reconfirming what you had positioned, what you had thought was going to happen, which then goes into this next phase of targeting new zones and new drill holes, and to further expand this or go deeper, whatever it is that's going to come from the data.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, there's certainly a lot of excitement when you hit a fly or drill hole that you don't expect, but there's also, from a geologist perspective, it's very rewarding to, know that you understand something and be able to hit it and reproduce it, at will. So we're very pleased with the developments in the project so far.
So what are some things we should be looking for over the short term here, for people to be aware of? Because like I said, PDAC is coming up, so it'll be a bit quiet until after then. But are there some kind of some things that people should be keeping an eye on from a news flow point of view?
Yeah, well, across the whole portfolio, that busy year of drilling last year, we're just like I said with Spring Peak, we're going back to the planning table and putting everything together and coming up with a program for 2024, and that's holds true for our whole portfolio. So, we're reprioritizing everything across the board, and we'll be looking to get our vision out to market as we're able to, and talk about the exciting things that we're hoping to accomplish in 2024.
Being a cyclical business and being in the junior mining space, it's the expenditure of cash is one of the most important issues, because you want to put all of it in the ground, but you also have to deal with these really tough markets. And right now, even getting great results, hitting targets, hitting your thesis, it may not get rewarded. And that finding value in metrics to look at a company, it becomes a bit more challenging, because people don't look and go, oh, they got a good results, the stock went up. This is a bit more challenging, where you say, okay, it's a choppy market. People seem to be selling off all sorts of mining companies. For someone who's not, who's new to the market, they might be thinking, well, what should I be valuing? How do I value this stock then? So what are some ways that you would, if you were to say to someone, listen, in a tough market, these are things that you should be valuing: our management, the progress of the properties and projects, other metrics to keep them in there for the long haul.
Yeah, no, I think you kind of touched on a couple of these things. Is in our business, you need to spend money in exploration to have a chance at success. And when market sentiment is low, a lot of companies have trouble sourcing the capital required to keep the story moving and keep momentum, and keep delivering results, and keep doing anything for that matter. So, I mean, one's ability to continue to fund exploration is a critical thing. And related to that, one's ability to survive in the long term, I think, is also a key thing that people should be looking at now. Because, as you said, there's a lot of struggling groups out there. And, our priority has always been to build something that'll, survive in all weather, and continue a fast pace of exploration. And that's what we've been able to accomplish.
And there will be some companies that are going to have a very challenging time, but you guys are sitting in a great position, having those great results, having the thesis proven up. We're looking forward to finding out more as the story develops and unfolds. But it is with a challenging market, you are sitting in a great position with the thesis playing out as it should. And we're very impressed by what's happened so far with Headwater Gold.
Well, thank you very much. And yeah, I mean, it can be tough out there. Valuations are down across the board, but there's opportunity in that too, for the right stories that have the right vision, I think. So that's not something to lose sight of in a tough market.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Caleb. I really appreciate it. Everyone take a look at Headwater Gold, take a look at the milestones they've hit, and keep your eyes on it.
All right. Thank you.